Hello, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Don't disturb us first if you don't want to be disturbed. This was the message from Akmal Saleh to others following a reminder from Zahid Hamidi for his party members to stop disturbing component parties of the coalition government. Umno Youth Chief Dr Muhamad Akmal Saleh appears to be recalcitrant after his party chief told members to stop disturbing component parties of the coalition government. In a statement on Facebook, Akmal instead told others to not disturb them first. However, he did not mention Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's warning. Akmal warned that they should not expect him to stay silent if they messed with him. He said some others might, but he won't. Yesterday, Zahid said Pakatan Harapan did not owe UMNO an apology for decades of allegations against the latter. He told reporters that there is no need for an apology and to not tease component parties. The UMNO president said that Akmal's statements were personal and did not reflect the party's official stance. He stressed that as long as a statement is not issued by a party chief or president, they are considered personal opinions. The Deputy Prime Minister added that he had met Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim regarding UMNO leaders' recent criticisms against Harapan component parties. Daim's lawyers have asked the IGP why police were not investigating Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. This was regarding a police report lodged by Daim's wife on a Bloomberg article that had made claims about Anwar. Lawyers acting for former Finance Minister Daim Zainuddin have questioned why police are investigating Bloomberg's article instead of Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. This is over a police report lodged by Daim's wife Na'imah Abdul Khalid on the article, which had cited sources that alleged Anwar had ordered MACC Chief Azam Baki to investigate the Premier's rivals, including Daim. In a statement, the legal team representing Daim and Na'imah said the expectation was that the police would commence investigation by investigating the subject matter of the report, which is the allegation that Anwar had abused his official powers concerning the investigation into former Premier Dr Muhamad and Daim. The legal team said they can now inform the public that this has not happened as there has been no investigation commenced against Anwar for suspected abuse of power as disclosed in a Bloomberg article. Instead, they said police are carrying out a sham investigation against Bloomberg and the journalists to divert attention from the allegations. The lawyers also called on Inspector General of Police Razaruddin Hussain to explain the failure to open an investigation into the allegations and to immediately open one. They claim that a failure to do so will be a mockery of our criminal justice system and the rule of law. Both the MACC and the Prime Minister's office had previously denied the allegations made in the article. Still on the Bloomberg article, LFL has hit out at the police questioning of Isham Jalil over his remarks on the issue. Lawyers for Liberty has slammed the police over their questioning of former UMNO Supreme Council member Isham Jalil after he urged Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to sue Bloomberg. LFL Director Zaid Malik said the Anwar-led Madani government is plunging into dictatorial rule with such an investigation against Isham. Zaid said Bloomberg is an international news agency and the report alleging that there was abuse of power in MACC is a matter of public interest involving transparency and accountability in governance. In a statement, he questioned why the authorities are investigating Isham for making comments based on the news report. Zaid added that Bloomberg's allegations cannot simply be dismissed without an investigation, adding that those making comments based on the article cannot be treated like criminals. Zaid also urged Putrajaya to quit using fear and intimidation against the public for criticizing the Prime Minister or other government leaders. He said it needs to also ensure no one else is subjected to criminal investigations for discussing the Bloomberg report or for being critical of the country's leadership. Yesterday, Putrajaya police questioned Isham for urging Anwar to sue Bloomberg over a report which claimed Anwar ordered MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki not to investigate the Premier's former political secretary Farhash Wafa Salvador Rizal Mubarak over the latter's purchase of shares in Haytech Padu Berhad. The anti-graft agency and the Prime Minister's office have denied the allegations. Puad Zarkashi has stressed that for UMNO, the Najib issue remains their main issue. He said this while commenting on the next general election. UMNO Supreme Council member Muhammad Zarkashi said he agreed that the next general election is the main battlefield for the coalition government. He said this in response to the remarks by DAP Deputy Secretary General Liu Chintong. Puat said the test is in GE16 and this involves the allocation of seats, the understanding between the respective election machinery and the manifesto. He added that the key is trust, and if the momentum from the Makota by-election remains and is improved upon, it is not impossible for the coalition government to win big. He said the period from now until the general election must not be wasted. Puat stressed that ministers and the government must prove to the public that it is a high-performing administration. He said there should be no idiotic formulas, which became the butt of jokes, and for UMNO, securing its former president Najib Abdul Razak's freedom should be its main priority. Previously, Liu, who cited the next general election as the real test for the government, said that efforts must be made to convince Malaysians that DAP members and supporters are all nation builders. The MACC may summon former Education Minister Ahmad Zahid Khalid and former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin over the Wan Bestari probe. A source told Malaysia Kini that they may be called for questioning if the need arises. MACC is mulling to summon former Education Minister Ahmad Zahid Khalid. This is to facilitate its investigation into the Wan Bestari net case, where a company engaged by the ministry to provide broadband services to 8,000 schools allegedly made false claims. According to a source close to the probe, Mazir's name is among those on the investigators' list, along with former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. The source said many have mentioned Muhyiddin's name because the project started during his time as the Education Minister, but the investigation is not only strictly during Muhyiddin's time. The source, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said there are two former ministers that they plan to call up later on if the need arises because ministers were the ones who decided on policy matters. When contacted, MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki said he does not discount the possibility of MACC calling Mazir and Muhyiddin to record their statements over the case. He said the agency wants to analyze all the evidence they have collected first before deciding whether to summon the former ministers. MACC recently launched an investigation into the Wan Bestari Net project that the Education Ministry awarded to YTL Communications Sendiriya Berhad in 2011 over alleged payments for false claims. The 4.47 billion ringgit program, awarded via open tender, was aimed to equip over 10,000 schools nationwide with broadband services and create a virtual classroom environment. Since the probe began, MACC has recorded a statement from former Education Minister Mazli Malik, who decided to discontinue the project after taking office in 2018. The anti-graft agency has also raided YTL's office and a government office, both in Kuala Lumpur. Fahmi has highlighted Zahid's reminder to UMNO members and leaders as a proof of the solidarity among the government's top leaders. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil said Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's reminder to UMNO leaders not to disturb other component parties in the coalition government proves the spirit of unity exists within the administration. Fahmi said this reflects that the government leadership is united and has a common goal to ensure political stability for the nation's development. He added that the ringgit is strengthening compared to last year, investment and trade are increasing, and Malaysia is achieving success after success. He also pointed out that the Prime Minister has been recognized as one of the 15 most influential Muslim leaders in the world. He said that the understanding that exists among the component parties of the coalition government will ensure better efforts in placing Malaysia in a highly respected position on the world stage. Yesterday, Zahid, who is also UMNO President, said the statement by UMNO Supreme Council member Nur Jazlan Muhammad asking Pakatan Harapan to apologize to UMNO for decades of political attacks was a personal view. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.